Each week, nearly a dozen movies are released theatrically. 40 films a month, more than 400 a year. That's a plethora of cinema. Too much cinema. You'd have to be an addict to see all that, but don't fret. We've got you covered. This is CinemAddicts.
Hey everyone, what's up? It's a new week of CinemAddicts. This is CinemAddicts episode 357. Me and Eric Holmes and Bruce Perky, we're covering new movies that are coming out for the week of Friday, August 14th. Eric Holmes, do I sound okay? How's my audio? I have a feeling my audio is horrible. Did I? Wait, hold on.
You sound perfectly insincere, Greg.
How dare you? Eric, before we started this thing, all right, Eric Holmes started impersonating me again by saying, hey, everybody, because this is, Eric, this is my lively voice, because if people knew the real me, they would have tuned out at this. Hello.
Would have fallen in love with you.
Oh.
Naturally, just like I have.
Oh, thank you. And I fall in love with you. And I would say the same thing for Bruce Perky, but I don't know. We fall in love with Bruce Perky. He's up in the attic. He's very smarter than both of us combined. So I'm jealous. So I don't know if I love Bruce Perky. Do you love Bruce Perky, or are you envious and hateful like I am of him? What do you think?
I do love him, but he's frustrating because they spend all that time trying to lock him in the attic, and he just keeps escaping like it's nothing, and it makes me feel like not a great kidnapper or jailer.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, what you and I, and with me, you, and unfortunately Bruce too. I'm gonna have to give him credit. I think we started last week. We're doing 2 episodes per week of CinemAddicts on the review side, because stupid me, every single week we get about 8 to 10 movies, and hopefully among me, you, and Bruce, we can cover maybe 6 or 7 of them and give our wonderful listeners, fellow cinephiles, maybe under the radar movies that we can cover. So what's great about it is when you and I are recording right now on a Monday, August 10th, we're going to cover several movies. The movies we're covering include An Eye for an Eye, Do Us Part, Feed, and Elijah Peel. So that's 4 movies down, and Eric's going to talk about other couple things that's also on his plate. So that's the first half. The second half, and this is the good thing, is, right, don't you think CinemAddicts, cinephiles get some value-added stuff for under the radar movies on a given week? Is that a statement, a declarative statement? What do you think, Eric?
So, there's been a couple weeks where maybe not, just because maybe 2-star movies or whatever, but for the most part, yeah, I would say so.
But maybe even giving a movie 2 stars is, and unfortunately, a lot of these 2-star movies are indie movies. Me, Eric, and Bruce, we try to champion indie films, but sometimes we have to tell you guys, if it's not worth watching, we have to judge it on its merits, and obviously listeners on your time as well. So I think it's still value added, Eric. Don't you think that if it's a negative review, that maybe sort of?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, at least lately, the movies I don't like, I get raked over the coals for, and the movies I do like, I also get raked over the coals for. So just whatever I say, do the opposite. There you go.
Oh,
there's your value add.
That's so self-effacing. I don't like that, Eric Holmes. I'm supposed to be the self-deprecating one out of the whole 3, and that's my shtick. Don't steal my shtick and my fake voice. What are you doing, Eric Holmes? You're trying to steal the whole thing? What?
I'm being a plagiarist, a Gregorist.
Gregorist. No, I wanted to say at the second half of this week, you're going to get another episode with Bruce Perky, as my mic moves, as Bruce Perky sort of has several other movies that are coming out on Friday, and I will join in maybe with 1 or 2 new movies coming out. So we have a lot of movies to cover this week. The thing I don't like about this, on a selfish level, is last week, Eric and I are going la la la, and yes, Eric Holmes loves Big Baby, and then Greg Srizavasti, me, in the third person, I really love Late Fame, and Eric liked it as well. And then here comes Bruce Perky at the second half of the week on the next episode he gets the axe, and he starts chopping down our love for these movies. Big Baby, gone. Late Fame, you're late and you suck. That's basically what Bruce Perky. I hope he's nice. What do you think, Eric Holmes? Is that okay? Is it okay if he chops down the movies that you don't like? Are you all right with that?
I mean, I heard a great man say once, different horses for different courses.
Oh, thank you.
Could have been anyone. I don't know who it was. But he was a great man. Very handsome man.
Oh, thank you so much.
A strong man that holds me in his arms, and I feel safe.
All right, very good.
Oh wait, it was you. You said that.
It was me. So it's I think you're missing not my identity. Thank you so much for those half-baked compliments, Eric Holmes. I really appreciate it.
I do gotta mention something, because I didn't mention it. So we did Ice Cream Man last week,
right?
And the after we recorded it, came out that Eli Roth used AI in the movie, which is unfortunate.
Okay.
I'm just here to mention that because I did not know watching it, and I didn't know before the review was out. It was afterwards. Otherwise, I probably would have mentioned it as I am right now.
Had a fun time, did you not?
Oh yeah, I think the AI was used. There's scenes where the kids, after they eat the ice cream, they a video comes on their phone and they look on that.
It's generative, right? Yeah.
They say that, from what I can understand, is Eli Roth drew pictures and then the AI animated it. I don't know exactly, even though I heard about the AI, but then even still, I don't know the full scale of it. I get to interview the ice cream man himself. That should be coming out soon. Didn't bring. He was fine. I was not. I just woke up, so it's not my greatest interview. Has nothing to do with him, but that's all on me. But otherwise, yeah, he was cool to talk to. I think I saw it in his voice or his eyes, like, come on, dude, get it together. I'm like, I'm trying, dude. I can't do it. I just woke up. But yeah, no, he was great. The interview wasn't great, but that was all on me. That had nothing to do with him.
Eric, you're not supposed to take accountability for your faults.
I mean, it's a fantastic interview. The best one I did. And
don't be truthful.
On top of my game the entire time. I was not. I just woke up and I was tired as hell when I did
have to say, if Eric's going to be truthful, I'm going to be truthful for once. I've been interviewing people since 91, and I've walked through all of my interviews, folks. So I'm a zombie, all right? And that's why we need AI, Eric. Right now, as we're speaking, this entire podcast is AI. I just tell the big robot AI, hey, I need 40 minutes of me and Eric Holmes vamping. Please create podcast. And that's what we get, right?
I am a robot. I am not a human. I am an AI robot that reviews movies and interviews movie makers. And we are about to talk about some movies right now.
That is a lie, because I will say something right now. Eric Holmes has to leave.
But maybe later is what I do, because I'm the AI and I'm all powerful.
Well, I will say this: Ice Cream Man was a recommend from Eric Holmes. AI or not, it still is an engaging Eli Roth film, especially.
It's like the thing with the Late Night with the Devil. The movie's good, and then it's got that, and it's like, what the hell are you doing, man? Why?
Okay, that's a whole different argument.
But see, the thing is, if it's a situation where, the way I understand it, if it's a situation where Eli Roth drew the pictures and then the AI just put the two pictures together to make them animated,
right?
That's a thing that animation software has already.
Right.
So I don't know if that counts, but if he drew a picture and then it made a whole animation based on that picture, yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's actually stealing other people's art or not, but because there's certain AI tools that, that AI picks up on patterns and can, the way you edit things on this, which not the greatest, but it's not creating the content, but
folks, he just said my editing skills are not the greatest. I don't know why he said that. AI will cut that out right now. Just kidding. I'm kidding. No,
I didn't say your AI skills weren't the greatest. I said the method you use is not the greatest.
I use very bad methods, folks. Yeah, no, that's true.
But that's not generative. That's not stealing other people's work. That's just the algorithm looking at patterns and acting on it. Whereas the generative AI, I think, is the issue where, hey, that learned off of my previous work, and in fact it used some of it in there, and I get no credit or compensation for it or whatever. And then I guess there's also the thing that if you use AI, then that's one person that doesn't get a job.
That's true.
Maybe. I mean, maybe, but first of all, when you're dealing with low budget movies, that job may not have existed just in general. And look, I get it, people are going to probably come at me for this. I don't think, how do I want to put this? If you're in the arts as a job, that's great. If you're in the arts because you need work and that's something, I just need to make a paycheck to pay rent or whatever, go do something else. Literally if you're in it for the money, go do something else. And too many people are in it for the money. So the whole idea of that you're taking jobs away, the idea that you're taking jobs away from people doesn't land with me like I think people want it to, because I don't think art should be something you're compelled to do, not something you need to do to pay rent. And maybe
Okay.
that's because I've been an artist my whole life and
That's true.
hardly made any money off of it. And not that I'm bitter, but I'm just used to doing the art for art's sake, not for, I need to do this next job so I can get paid, so I can do blah, blah, blah.
No,
I mean,
understand.
granted, I work in karaoke, so
Yeah, no, that's
But-
still a hard job.
but-
That's still
but I do it because I love it.
Okay.
I could get another half-ass job that pays way more. I'll probably stick with karaoke because it's so much fun. It's
better
I get
for
to sing,
you.
I get to watch.
Yeah.
It's not art, but it's art adjacent. So it's something I love doing. And then the idea of like when people use the argument, I don't like AI because it's going to take away jobs. That sounds gross to me. Because
Okay.
you're not in it for the art, you're in it for, my paycheck's going to be affected. Really? That's what you're worried about? I would be worried about the other thing, like
You're good. Good
my
point.
my artistic integrity might be tainted, or something like that. But
Right.
anyway,
Well, speaking of art adjacent,
but
I
yeah,
understand-
Eli Roth, please. If it's the first one you drew 2 pictures and it connected the 2, great. If you drew 1 and it stole other people's art to complete it, do better next time, please. But regardless, Ice Cream Man is still pretty cool.
I'm just worried about AI replacing me, Eric Holmes, and Bruce Berkey because as of this moment,
Pretty sure you
we-
are an AI.
I'm close to
See
an
you
AI.
later,
folks.
Greg.
There
It
you
already
go.
happened.
Unfortunately, Eric's throwing some pot shots at me. The pot is calling. Yes, I agree. I'm calling myself the pot. Okay, and calling myself black. So that is a lot of truth from Eric Holmes regarding AI. But I have a feeling if all 3 of us are fully replaced, Eric, we're not artists on this podcast. We're art adjacent, and I'd be a little bit depressed if AI stole $9 from our current CinemAddicts YouTube channel account. That's a lot of money out of the system that we're generating. So, folks, over at our CinemAddicts YouTube channel, we just got monetized about several weeks ago, and we're up to
Don't
$9.
get too excited.
$9. It's getting closer to $1 million. Eric, what do you think of that? $9. We're on our steps to. Are we getting closer to $1 million? $1 million bucks?
It's the whole reason why I started this, for the paycheck.
For the
As I
paycheck.
mentioned just earlier.
For the $9. Folks, before we get to our movies, I just want to give a quick shout out. Let me tell you something. Me, Eric, and Bruce, we've been covering this for at least 6-7 years in different iterations in this podcast universe. And we all love movies. I'm going to ask Eric, how many times have I gotten personal with my own life within all of these episodes? Finding film, movie mainline, CinemAddicts. Do you remember any times?
Yeah, I remember one time in particular, but I can't remember what we were talking about. We were talking about some movie, and it got you thinking about your dad, and you almost cried, like you were on the verge of crying, like right there.
I thought I
then
did
you're
cry.
like-
Le Petite Maman.
I
Petite
mean-
Maman. What's that? Petite Maman?
It might.
I did
it
cry.
might have
I
been.
think I did almost cry. I did not cry.
I mean,
but-
you weren't like bawling or anything, but yeah, you were choked up, and you had to take a knee for a bit, but.
Oh,
Even to the point where like, should I cut that? And we're like, hell no, it's gonna help the algorithm. Let's explain it.
how dare I do that? And after Petite Maman, about a year later or a year or 2 later, our dearly departed friend, rest in peace, Mitch Burns, he sent me for Christmas a Petite Maman Criterion disc, all the way from Canada. He was my secret Santa that year, and we love Mitch Burns, the creator of the CinemAddicts Movie Club. We love him, period, and rest in peace to Mitch Burns. But okay, so
Will Lindis, isn't that
and William Lindis, yes, we love William Lindis as well.
just a pause for a second, but there's something. It's sad that they're gone, but there's something beautiful that the two of them are going to be forever linked in our heads.
100%. And every single week over at CinemAddicts, Bruce Berkey sign off,
Yeah.
and it'll make sure me and Eric will sign off with them as well. Beautiful human beings. I think I'm speaking for myself.
I'm gonna cry now.
I'm going to speak for myself, Eric, but I selfishly have a bias towards cinephiles, especially our CinemAddicts friends, but in fairness, cinephiles in general. And the little personal thing is that I want to say before we get to our movie stuff, and I'll be very quick in this 2 minutes, but today I got my blood drawn because I was in for every 6 months I get a doctor's checkup. Got my blood drawn. I wasn't woozy. I took it pretty well. I did not flinch. I was okay. Got the blood. They got the urine sample, so I get my blood and all that stuff. In several days, I get the test results, which is cool. But I needed food after that because I'd been fasting for about 14, 15 hours, Eric. The first place I went to, and which one? Where'd I go?
Oh, nothing. Keep going.
I wanted to hear your joke. Okay. Well, okay, there's gonna be something. I decided to go to. You never knew this about me. What am I passionate about? Give me a couple things. You can throw.
What are you passionate about?
What do you think? And you don't know.
I don't know.
Movies, right?
Osmo, the DJ Osmo.
DJ Osmo, very good. That was a joke. I hate the DJ Osmo. This is the
No, but you're passionate about your hatred for it.
Okay, there you go. I'm also passionate, and this is serious. I'm also passionate about burritos. Okay, you didn't know this. I love burritos. I love me a great burrito. And I haven't told you this. The last couple of months, I've been having a burrito called the Anza Burrito. Eric Holmes has just left the building for a second because I think there's someone at the door. So I will tell my Anza Burrito story. There is this place in Calabasas called the Anza Hotel, Anza Hotel. The Anza Hotel. Eric Holmes is going to put his headphones back right now. And he knows, there's someone. Is there a dog there, Eric Holmes? Oh, you have to let your dog
No,
in?
it's not the dog's my beautiful girlfriend,
Amy. Beautiful girlfriend, Amy. I'm sorry. Because there was a shadow. Pleasure. You see, there's a lot of, there's some personal stuff. I had no idea, Eric, and girlfriends and people. And here I am talking about a burrito. But let me get to the burrito story.
All right. After
my blood was drawn, I said, I need the burrito because it was comfort food. This burrito, it's called the Anza Burrito, Anza Burrito over at the Anza Hotel. This is not a sponsored post or anything like that. I get it with a coffee, and I just love it. I've had it about maybe 3-4 times within the last month and a half. And I needed it because I needed some extra energy because I got my blood drawn. And I just started to talk to this wonderful young woman about movies. And she was talking about how we talk about the movies, about the Metro. And I mentioned this actually several times to her. And maybe she thought I was crazy, but I was telling her this is the best burrito I've had in years. And so listeners, if you're in Los Angeles, anywhere near this place called Calabasas, there is a little bit of a secret unlock. You drive in to the hotel, the Anza Hotel. It's not valet parking. You can find yourself a parking space. Find yourself a parking space over breakfast, early lunch. I don't know what time. This woman's her name's Julia. She is also a huge cinephile. This is what made me, I loved the burrito before I loved her cinephilia. She was talking about how she went to the 50th anniversary of Taxi Driver, and there was a big crowd and everything like that. She bought tickets. We're talking about movies. I'm sure down the road, if I see her again, we will talk more movies. But selfishly, that Anza Burrito is to die for. If you are in LA, drive into the hotel, get the Anza Burrito. We were talking about $9. Me, Eric, and Bruce have made $9 over at the CinemAddicts YouTube channel. Eric and Bruce don't know I'm going to steal all that money from them because once I make $2 more, I'm going to get myself an Anza Burrito, which is only $11, Eric. It's a cheap burrito relative to LA terms. And it's just, I can go on for another 50 minutes about my favorite burritos, but we're going to get to movies. But props to Julia over at the Anza Hotel for that Anza Burrito. And she's a huge cinephile. And I think also on our IG page, she is a hairstylist and barber. Down the road, who knows, maybe, I can't vouch for that, but I can vouch for her IG page. Really good stuff with what she's been doing. But maybe down the road, maybe I will use her services for that. But I love burritos. That's it. Nothing. Right. Can you believe that? And Eric is totally glazed. Like, why is Greg telling me a personal story? I've known him for 6-7 years. It's just because I love burritos and I love not driving too far. Eric knows I'm a hermit. Now I can literally just drive 2 minutes to get my favorite burrito over at the Anza Hotel. Not sponsored at all, by the way. So what do you think of that? Do you have a favorite burrito, Eric? What? Yes.
That's a great burrito story. And now that you've wrapped that up, maybe we should talk about.
By the way, I never knew you had a girlfriend, but we're not going to talk about personal stuff, okay? I just want.
Oh yeah, she went out.
Okay, all right, that's good. You never told me. We've known each other for how many years? We're fake friends on the podcast, so I just.
I mentioned her a couple of times. I guess I just never mentioned that we're. Yeah.
For a long time, it's good. A couple years.
We've known each other for over 10 years, but yeah, we just started dating recently. That's the thing that happened.
We're not going to talk about movies this episode. But thank you, Eric Holmes. Congratulations.
I mean, not to Anderson this, but we're half hour in, and
oh no, see, look at this, Eric Holmes. We're a half hour in. Let's get to movies. what's the first movie you want to cover?
I'm hungry. Let's feed on something.
I told Bruce and Eric about this movie called Feed. Trailer looks okay, interesting. There's blood, there's gore. And I was thinking Eric or Bruce should cover it. It's called Feed. Eric Holmes just saw it today. Eric Holmes, it is, quote, a weekend intervention for a grieving, what is it? Orla turns lethal when her blood awakens. What is that? The Derg Du, an ancient vampire? So it's a vampire film. As the creature infects her friends and shatters their minds, it offers a soul-crushing choice. Become the vampire's next host to be reunited with her dead family, or destroy the monster and lose them forever. What a choice. This is 83 minutes from Saban Films. It's on VOD and digital August 14th. Eric Holmes, is it worth a couple of bucks to rent, to purchase? Feed, interesting title. Vampire film, yes or no? Waste of time, whatever. What do you think?
I mean, that burrito does sound really good, though.
Good.
But yeah, this is all right. I guess so it does the thing. It starts off with a really exciting cold open, and then cut back to years later, however much time passes, and now it's, oh god, now we get the 20 minutes of nothing before we get back to the interesting stuff. But what it is, the opening is just like it's like a bird box thing. Everyone's wearing
like a visor, blind thing.
No, not tying stuff over their eyes, blindfolds. Okay, they're all wearing blindfolds.
Yeah.
And just walking around. It's like a bird box thing, and a bunch of stuff happens. And then they cut to a bunch of kids going to this area, cabin out in the woods, essentially. And they're like all social media influencers. And they're going out there for, I can't even remember what. But anyway, they get out there, they get everything set up. This is the 20 minutes of nothing that I just glaze over, and they're probably giving me a bunch of information. I'm like, I don't care. Just get back to the cool part that you showed me earlier. You're starting the movie way too early. Start it later. But anyway, they go, one of the women there has been, we'll say she's been killed. They say she's, they call her a dead girl or dead one or whatever. She was doing a live stream on her phone. It shows this a little later, but still relatively early in the movie. She's in the car with her family, and then all of a sudden the car just gets in a head-on collision with a truck. And you see this just after one of the social media influencers is doing the thing, like the selfie thing on top of this thing, slips and falls, breaks her head, blood all over the place. That girl that's dead sees her. She's like, oh my God. And everyone's like, what's going on? She's like, what are you talking about? She's dead. And then the girl that was supposedly dead came up. Are you okay? Are you okay? Like nothing happened. So now I was like, wait, what the hell is going on here? There's something weird going on. Eventually turns into vampire stuff, and it's interesting. It takes a while to get to the real good stuff, which is towards the last half of the movie. And I think it's under an hour and a half. It's not that long, but that opening 20 minutes, like when you do that thing, it makes the movie feel much longer than it actually is. But overall, not a bad horror movie.
If you like gore, will you like Feed, or does not apply?
There's a ton of blood towards the end. It's not, there's a lot of blood, but it's not gory because it's a vampire movie. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of blood, but you don't see, I don't know. Yeah, you see some kills and stuff. I don't know. It was like Big Baby. It didn't strike me as particularly gory, but there is some of that in there. But it's not like Martyrs or anything. All right. You'd probably be all right watching it.
Does that mean you didn't like the story because it took so long to get to where it had to go?
So there's that, and then even in the last half when all the cool stuff is happening, there's a ton of lore. If you're a D&D person that is just like all into lore porn, this will probably scratch that itch for you. I'm not, because usually when the people are giving me a bunch of movies are giving me a bunch of backstory, my face is just doing this.
Right. Exactly. You're just befuddled. Okay. Gotcha.
And then they get to other stuff that's happening. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's watch all the cool stuff that happens. Or I don't care whose parents or whose child or whose aunts and uncles. And the lore is probably the most boring thing of any sort of storytelling on the planet, but people dig it.
Okay.
I oddly enough, I think that's why a lot of people dig Star Wars.
Yeah, because
let's talk about the lore. I'm like, who cares? Talk about the story. Talk about the characters. The lore should fill itself in, but whatever. Anyway, Feed's not bad.
Okay.
I think there's some people that's gonna like it. There's gonna be some people that are probably in the middle, like with me, but I'll give it 3 stars.
All right, so that is Feed, reviewed by Eric Holmes. It hits VOD and digital August 14th, Friday, August 14th. Next up is a movie called Elijah Peel. Here's the thing. I know Eric Holmes did not give him this link, did not give it to Bruce as well, because this is a faith-based movie, which means definitely a genre that is not for Eric.
Greg, they call that propaganda, but go on.
Oh, okay. So that is Eric's throwing it here. I appreciate well-made faith-based films. I am Catholic, but that does not mean I go out of my way on daily. It's not my weekly diet to watch faith-based films.
What's that one with who's the guy that plays Jack Reacher now? That Alan Richard?
Right, I forgot. Yeah,
it was him and Hilary Swank. That was a faith-based movie, and
very
that
good,
wasn't
Eric.
bad. So
good.
I mean,
with the plane and everything. Yeah, something about angels, right? I forgot what it was called, but it was good.
Oh,
yeah,
it's always something angels, isn't it?
right. Very good. All right, Eric, I'm gonna get this review.
That's like a vampire movie with blood in the title. It's like, what was that vampire movie with blood in the title? Literally 90% of them. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna prove you wrong with Elijah Peel, and just you wait. Quote. Inspired by a true story and from executive producers Willie and Corey Robertson from Duck Dynasty, Elijah Peel. He is a rocker played by Robert Malcolm Cumming. He is yes, we are.
This is a faith-based movie. He's a rocker.
He's a rocker, and he's a stadium-filling rock star whose life of fame and addiction comes to a sudden halt after he has a heart attack. When he has a heart attack, nearly loses his life. He encounters a young girl played by Evelyn Grace Kite, whose, quote, unwavering faith, radiant spirit, and wisdom beyond her years begins to break through the walls he has around his heart. Now, that plot line sounds so syrupy and saccharine that I'm sure a lot of you viewers, listeners, Elijah Peel may give you a headache. But I really love the young girl, Evelyn Grace Kite. She is a great actor. She's very believable. She plays someone who is in the hospital for an elongated period of time due to her health issues. And her friendship with Elijah Peel, honestly, it feels palpable. Even as a Catholic, sometimes when they talk about praying and Christian, just following Jesus and everything, it does get uncomfortable with me sometimes because I don't watch it as much, but I can stomach it more than the average viewer. And the faith stuff in this movie is not an overload. So what you have left with Elijah Peel is the backbone of the film, which is a relationship between Elijah and the girl. And it felt real to me. The music in this, because yes, he is a rocker, is really well done. I downloaded the songs on Spotify. Eric Holmes has his audio turned off, thankfully so, because he just choked on water. And he would have ruined this review. Maybe not. I'm sure some of you guys want the ruined review.
Every time, and he's a rocker. He grabs his electrical guitar and just rocks the house. You gotta cover your ears because it's gonna be loud.
The music is really good in this movie. And Evelyn Grace Kite, again, she is the youngest ever recipient of the International Christian Film Festival's Best Actress Award. Again, it is a matter of taste.
A very high bar, by the way.
Oh, I can see. This is a matter of taste.
A prestigious award, if ever there was one.
Okay. And BB Christian, I'm fine with that award, okay? I'm fine with that award. Now, in fairness, there is a contingent who will not be fine with Elijah Peel. They will just skip this faith-based movie, understandably so. But for people...
Could be anyone.
Could be anyone. But as for what it is and what I saw, I enjoyed the film. I loved the acting in this movie. Solid drama, Elijah Peel, 3.5 out of 5 stars for me. And this is not a glaze at all. This is an honest review from a person who doesn't mind faith-based movies. Really loved the acting, again, of Robert Malcolm Cumming as a lead, and then Evelyn Grace Kite as the young girl. Elijah Peel, surprisingly was moving for me. The 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's it. See, painless review, Eric. A couple barbs here and there, which is fine. Yeah. And I think it hits theaters Friday, August 14th. And maybe Eric Holmes might be the first person in line to see this, or maybe not. You're too busy. Okay, that is
yeah, I'm giving myself an enema that day.
Very good. And that is how we end our review of Elijah Peel. Most importantly, tell us what you think if you ever get to see this movie, or you see this movie, Elijah Peel, this weekend. Next up from Eric Holmes is an interesting movie. I was looking at the plot line and I was wondering if it's a documentary or a film. Please clear it up for me. Eye for an Eye, Eric Holmes. This seems very intriguing. I think I'm just going to let you just talk about the movie and the plot if you want. I don't think I even need help you on this because you did the interviews and you did everything.
I interviewed the director of Tanaz. It's a documentary. Unfortunately, not to say that the documentary is bad. It's fantastic, actually. But the fact that this happens in our world is disgusting, to say the least. It takes place in Iran. This woman was abused by her husband, constantly physically abused her and her children. They blamed it on the drugs, but I think with abuse like that, the drugs probably exacerbates it, I'm sure, but it doesn't cause that. Being an causes that. Being a piece of crap causes that. And this guy was a big old piece of crap, and she wanted to get a divorce from him. And in Iran, it's a theocracy, and women have no agency. Just period. They have no agency. And if you're married, good freaking luck. They were not, no, we're not going to grant you a divorce. Oh, my husband's beat me. Now they were literally telling her, stop acting like a child. Grow up and figure it out. He cracked my skull. This is a you problem. Figure it out. Quit acting like you're acting like a child right now. Figure it out. No divorce. Eventually, she decides, with her kids, by the way, we're going to kill daddy. Kids are like, yep, that's what we need to do. Sounds like a great idea. They kill him. They bury him in the house somehow. And eventually he was found, and she was caught, and she took the full blame of everything. And she goes to prison for 14 years, I believe. And eventually she comes out, and then there's a deal where if you kill someone, and I don't remember the exact who chooses who, but someone is in charge of a decision. They get to decide whether they want to execute the murderer, which is the main woman in this, or if they want to forgive her. And if they forgive her, then she has to pay them an agreed amount blood money. And then so pretty much the entire movie is following her and her kids, and then the dad's side of the family, because they're all one family. The kids are like, that's my uncle, that's my grandmother, and the uncle's like, screw you, you killed our brother, you killed our son, that sort of thing. And it's just, they're basically watching the mom and her kids trying to raise money. While the kids are trying to raise money, the mom's like, I'm dead. We're not gonna get that much money. We can barely pay the bills as it is. How the hell are we going to get this extra amount? The kids are like, we got to try. They're going to kill you. They're going to execute you. And she's like, I don't freaking care. She's just resigned to the fact that she's going to be executed and that they're not going to get the money. The brother was like, we want this much money. That's a lot. Well, I don't care because I don't really want the money. I want her executed, but I'll give her a shot. So that's the dynamic we're working with. And throughout this dynamic, you realize how wonderful a theocracy and patriarchy can be. That people can live like this in such harmony, and it causes no problems whatsoever. This movie. I'm joking, by the way. This movie is a travesty, or not the movie, but the situation is a travesty, and it's all hinges on the fact that we're following Islam, the Muhammad, and all that stuff. It's like, look, worship your invisible people all you want. I don't care. But once it starts creeping into other people's lives and ruining them the way this movie very clearly illustrates that your religion is a problem, and I hate it, and I hate you for it. Theocracies are bad. Theocracies are bad. Patriarchies are bad. Giving any one person or one group of people too much power is a bad idea all the time. Every time is a bad idea. Never a great idea.
Yeah.
But this documentary is great, and it further illustrates that. Which, if you watch my interview with the director, check it out.
I haven't uploaded it yet. I will upload it later this week with Eric's been doing a lot of great interviews, and it's up on our CinemAddicts YouTube channel. If it's not on our audio feed, I post as many of Eric's interviews as possible on our audio feed. If not, all of Eric's interviews are available on our CinemAddicts YouTube channel. An Eye for an Eye, Eric Holmes' final thought and rating on this film.
So I don't want to be unfair to the director, but I vehemently disagree with some of the stuff they said in the interview. However, they made a fantastic documentary, had me crawling up the walls, and 6.9. This documentary is awesome.
Okay, 6.9 stars from Eric Holmes. It's in theaters and Jolt.com starting August 14th. Again, that is An Eye for an Eye. I was thinking maybe I should, me, you, and Bruce each week, we should have some sort of what is it, Eric? Our gem of the week, our pick of the week, because Bruce uses the word gem a lot. What do you think? That's something that we should table maybe start doing this week. Would this be your gem of the week, I guess? I don't know, what is that? Is there a better word?
This might be gem of the month, but this thing is so good. This documentary had me just crawling up the walls. I mean, I was just like,
oh,
like,
okay.
Just, and that's a tragedy of it. You get proselytized at an early age, and especially in a theocracy where you have no choice. You have to follow this crap. I think there's certain rules where you can be a Christian, but you can't be a Christian if you're already Islamist, because that's apostasy and they'll kill you for that, and fight me on that. That's what happens. Yeah. I mean, it just further angers me based on stuff that I already disagreed with to begin with. But
right.
it's a great further illustration of that.
That's all right. So we'll see. I don't know. Let's see what AI is going to do with that review. That's An Eye for an Eye from Eric Holmes. Bottom line, 6.9
which is a great review to do after the faith-based film we just did.
Exactly. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of comments regarding your review on An Eye for an Eye. Next up is my gem of the week, and it is a movie that really surprised me. The movie's called Do Us Part. I think Do Us Part, which is, it's a weird title, but Till Death Do Us Part, right? So, but this movie's called Do Us Part, and here is a plot summary.
Oh, is this a sequel to Till Death?
Till Death, exactly right. Dun, dun, dun. So here is the plot summary.
I'm serious. Is that for real?
No, it's just a standalone movie.
Oh, okay. I thought they got it right with the Now You See Me, and then the sequel should have been Now You Don't.
I thought this was. I remember that.
I thought Ready or Not, the second one should be Here I Come. I thought this one was the sequel. There was Till Death, and then this is To Do Us Part. I'm like, someone finally got it right. They figured it the frick out. Not that it was hard, but anyway.
All right. So this is Do Us Part exactly. Till Death.
Oh, real quick, not to interrupt you further. What was your rating on Elijah Peele?
Elijah Peele, I'm giving Elijah Peele, or I should have mentioned Elijah, my bad. Elijah Peele, 3.5 stars for Elijah Peele.
All right. Cool.
All right. Thanks, Eric, for that. So now regarding Do Us Part, it is a romantic comedy/drama. A lot of, maybe more comedy, but there are some dramatic underpinnings to this. Here's the thing. This guy named Ryan, played by Travis Laughlin, he's getting married. It's his wedding day. His best man is helping him out. His best man is doing a good job. His name is Mark, played by Reed Arnold. Reed Arnold also wrote and directed this movie. So Mark is the best man of Ryan. The catch is, on the wedding day, it does spiral out of control when Ryan's former BFF, Rose, played by Kelly Russo, Rose comes into the wedding unannounced to profess her love for Ryan, her longstanding love for Ryan. But the catch is, Ryan's not getting married to Rose. He hasn't seen Rose for the last, I think, 5 or 6 years. And here is Rose to ruin his day of all days. So what's going to happen? Will Ryan leave his bride at the altar and leave with Rose? Or is Rose just making a really horrible attempt at a last minute ditch effort to proclaim her love for Ryan. Again, Mark, played by Reed Arnold, is the best man of Ryan in this wedding drama. When you think of wedding comedies, you think, well, it's done its old hat. What can they bring to the table that's new? And I really can't mention too much regarding what is new about Do Us Part. I will just say the screenplay is really well done. There is a lot of flashbacks. I know what you don't like, Eric. There's a bunch of flashbacks regarding the relationship among Ryan, Rose, and Mark in their college years. So you get to understand from their college days how their interactions with each other shaped the present day, which is the wedding day. The dialogue, a lot of it is machine gun dialogue, like his girl Friday dialogue. A lot of that rat-tat-tat type of dialogue is uttered by Mark, again, played by filmmaker Reed Arnold. He does a really good job as the best man. And what's interesting is there are a couple of twists within Do Us Part where you think the main character is Ryan, who is getting married on his special day, but it ultimately twists and possibly is the best man. Is it the best man story? Or is it Rose's story? How is she? Maybe it's her story. It becomes a really weird situation where you get to see all three of their perspectives on love and life and what romantic love is, what idealized love is, and what real love is. All that stuff is played in Do Us Part really well amidst all the comedy. The comedy for me lands, and it's great because these actors, Kelly Russo, Travis Laughlin, and Reed Arnold, I haven't seen them on streamers or other big movies or other indie films. So it's like watching new actors with a fresh story. And this is what indie filmmaking is all about, at least for me, is to have a totally different alternative to what I'm seeing on Netflix or the big streamers and seeing it with familiar faces. There's obviously, like the burrito I mentioned, the Anza Burrito, by the way, which has chorizo in it. I forgot to mention it has chorizo and cheese.
It all comes back to the
it all comes back to the burrito. Anza Burrito, Anza Hotel in Calabasas. Love that burrito so much. But there is great things to see the faces that we've all known and come to love in familiar stories on Netflix, Paramount Plus, all that stuff. You know what you're going to get. But there's something about whenever we cover indie films, usually, or a lot of times, especially in a movie like Do Us Part, you get new actors that I've never seen before. And you get an indie budget, which means possibly there's a little bit more creative latitude with the story. And I really love this movie. And it doesn't get completely sappy at the end. I love the ending. I think I might interview Reed Arnold this week. I think tomorrow, possibly. I have to check my schedule. I'm going to ask him about the ending of this movie as well. But I thought it was a very nuanced comedy and drama. I feel like this is going to be under the right radar. Here's the thing. Last week it opened in New York on August 7th. August 14th, it opens in Los Angeles. I am hoping it has a rollout where it will play in different cities because it has the quality. I think a lot of people will really enjoy this movie as much as I did. My rating on Do Us Part, again, I am so surprised at how much I love this movie. It has a real good watchability factor. What it has to say, again, about love, which Eric knows better than me because he's currently in a situation. I just watch movies every week. My take on love is very naive, okay? But I really loved what this movie had to say.
I disagree. I disagree.
Well, thank you.
You love your mom. You love your niece. You love your dad. You love me. You love Bruce.
Okay, I love Bruce. I love Bruce, and I love Anderson. I love you guys too. Thank you, Eric, for that. But I really was surprised at how much Do Us Part has to say about love. 4.5 stars. 4.5 stars for Do Us Part. Really interesting indie film. This is my currently there are still movies I have to watch this week, but it will be hard to supplant this movie. I'm gonna say it. This is my CinemAddicts gem of the week, and that is Do Us Part. I am hoping for a wider release for this movie. When it comes out on streaming, I will definitely shout for this movie as far as completely recommend it. And I'm excited to hear what fellow CinemAddicts have to say about Do Us Part. That's it for this episode. Eric Holmes has a couple of things.
Is it? Is this it?
There's a couple of things you got. We're gonna end with an Eric Holmes segment, so this is you. Whatever you want to say before we're out of here, Eric Holmes.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we got the Prowler. What? That's coming out soon.
August 12th. Yeah, August 12th. It's a little short that Eric did the interview with the filmmaker.
The short's about a half hour long, and it's. So remember when before Psycho Killer came out, I was like super excited about it, and then it came out, and I was like, but then I forced myself to keep watching. It became a guilty pleasure, but Psycho Killer is not good. Don't take guilty pleasure as I know it's bad. I'm gonna watch it anyway. I don't expect you to like it. The Prowler is the movie that I thought that Psycho Killer was gonna be. The Prowler is freaking awesome. I watched that and I'm like, this is freaking. I was like, please make this into a full-length movie. Please make this into the full-length movie. And then I get to talk with the Christopher Piñero, the writer director of Prowler. I was like, please tell me this is gonna be a full-length movie. It's like, actually the response to this has been great. So yeah, that's my next thing, is doing a feature length. So the Prowler is basically the opening scene for the rest of the movie, and I cannot wait for the rest of the movie.
Well, okay, Eric. Okay, in LA, specifically the Regal NoHo West, August 12th, as part of the LA Shorts International Film Festival. So some people might still want to get tickets to go see some shorts on that August 12th. What will they be getting if they sit down and watch the Prowler on the big screen? So they'll be possibly enthralled for 30 minutes.
It's just a really good thriller. I don't know. I don't want to say too much about it. I would say serial killer for sure, but there might be other stuff going on. But it was just one of those things. It actually, as excited as I am for as much as I love this, and as much as I'm excited for the feature length version of this, I was actually pissed it was a short, because I'm like, no, not enough. Keep going. This can't end. I've never in my life hated watching credits roll so much in my life. I'm like, you need to walk that back and keep the movie going. This movie is not over. You got to keep going. I freaking love the Prowler, and I cannot wait to see what he does with the feature length version of it.
I wonder if the Prowler is going to be crowded.
And real quick,
okay,
if the Prowler that I saw is the opening scene, if it cuts to someone waking up or a team of kids that blah blah blah, and we got 20 minutes of nothing, you blew it. Do not do that. Do not do that. I've already been disappointed once with Psycho Killer. Don't do this to me. Do not do this to me again. My heart cannot take it.
Well, I guess because it's not out, we're not allowed to rate movies before they come out, I suppose, in festivals, that is. But this sounds like a very huge ringing endorsement that if you're around the North Hollywood area, NoHo West, Regal NoHo West, LA Shorts International Film Festival, try to figure out where the Prowler. I will put the links on the show notes. The Prowler sounds like 30 minutes.
I can tell you, talking with the director, apparently he's gotten just amazing response on this. It was like, yeah, everyone that's seen it says the exact same thing. It was a feature length, and so that's what I'm gonna do. So I cannot wait for it.
Oh.
So you can watch I believe the interview with him is up now. You can watch that.
Yes, it's on our channel, YouTube channel.
I believe he mentioned, I can't remember if he said it in the interview or he said it after we were done, but at one point he mentioned that, no, I think it was during the interview, what do you do when the short comes out? And he was talking about making the feature length. Might just hang on to the short and then just put it on YouTube as a
proof of concept.
No, from what I understand, this is the opening scene for the feature length movie.
Okay.
So eventually he'll put it out and go, hey, here's the opening scene for the movie I'm making. Do you want to watch the rest of it? Yes, I do. And you would be crazy not to, unless you hate thrillers, and obviously not. But this is freaking good. Freaking good.
It's very good. Finally, you will be on the road starting Tuesday, Eric Holmes, and my goodness, I never leave the house. And Eric, if I was you, I had a full-time job. You have to go driving everywhere, and I don't know why you're going to go out on the road for a social event. What's going on tomorrow on Tuesday?
It's only an hour and a half away. I watched a movie called To Use A Mountin, and it's Casey Carter, directed by Casey Carter. It's a documentary about the Yucca Mountain. Basically, all the nuclear waste trying to find a place to store it, and then because it's radioactive, you don't want to drop it in the ocean or anything like that. You want to put it somewhere. And they had a couple places. Yucca Mountain, if you follow that thing, Yucca Mountain will be very familiar with you. If you're not, then I just gave a spoiler because Yucca Mountain is what they ended up on. But the whole idea of the documentary is there's these couple candidate places of where to put this nuclear waste, and then they go through each one and the reason they didn't do it. Yucca Mountain was the last one. And if you look up the history, that was just a complete blunder. One we're still paying for today. I think it ended up, I don't know the numbers. I think it was like in the billions that we spent on a nuclear dump site that we're not using. But anyway, the main thesis of this, though, is not so much that what happens, what doesn't happen. Because I think it's popular enough that the director knows this isn't going to be the twist ending at the end. We already know this is the Titanic sinking. We already know this is where it's going to end. What they're interested in is when they're looking up places, it's like, okay, we can't put it next to a city, but maybe we can put it here. Yeah, there's 3 or 4 people there. We can move them. We can move them along. It's like on paper, it's like, yeah, just 3 or 4 people, move them, relocate them somewhere else, do whatever. And then, yeah, and it's something we need to do. We got nuclear waste. We got to figure out what to do with it. But Casey Carter had an interesting question. Hey, those 3 or 4 people that were just brushing off, what do they have to say about this? And that's what the documentary is.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's very interesting take.
Yeah. And so it's kind of an indie feel to it. I mentioned in the interview with them that it feels like a closed genre movie. Like it's slow, evenly paced, and then when the facts hit you or something hits you or they're feeling a way about something, it hits you a lot harder than I think it would be than a normal documentary, because it almost relaxes you. Like To Use A Mountin comes up and just gives you a back rub or a shoulder massage. It's like, it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. By the way, this family, yeah, they're nice people. They're about to be yanked out of their homes. Otherwise, the radiation poisoning will kill them. And this Native American tribe, the one that fought so hard for the land that was rightfully theirs to begin with, they're also going to be yanked away. Yeah, soldiers are going to draw them away by gunpoint for their own safety, of course.
Oh, jeez.
And it's like, what the hell am I watching?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that is very tough. This is a very interesting angle. That is To Use a Mountin. It is the open. Oh, yes.
So I've seen a screener, but apparently Casey Carter is going to be playing his movie up in Boulder, which is an hour and a half from where I live. So tomorrow, me and my beautiful girlfriend Emmy are going to go up there and watch it. So I'll have I'm basically giving the review of the movie right now. It's
an hour and a half one way or both ways? You're talking about 45 minutes one way, 45 back, right?
No, hour and a half there, hour and a half back. Depending on how you drive, I'd probably get there in an hour. We'll see what happens. But
be safe, Eric.
But yeah, and I've already interviewed Casey Carter. He's a quiet guy, but he seems all right, and I really like the tone of his documentary. If you're in the Boulder, Colorado area, go check it out. And
let me say specifically, if you are Tuesday, August 11th, 7 p.m., location, Bedecker Cinema, Boulder, Colorado. We will have a link on our show notes. I will be putting this up late Monday evening. So you'll be able to see Eric Holmes there on Tuesday, August 11th.
I don't expect to hear from anyone, but I will be there. So if you run into me, just grab me, give me a big hug and say, hey, how's it going? I'll be like, oh, hey.
I am going to try to say, hey, Eric, just stay at home with the girlfriend, spend those 3 hours watching movies or eating pizza and being couch potatoes. But no, Eric Holmes has to go out in the world and socialize.
Gets to.
Oh, I see. There's a difference between the very smart. Eric points to his head. Yes, yes. You should. Eric should also be pointing to his heart because getting to is part of the human experience. Something I need to learn. And I would have just stayed at home and just watch it. Hey, do you have a Zoom link to that screening so I can see the Q&A? That's how my life has changed for the worst.
But yeah, so next week I basically my review for it here, but
yeah,
I'll have more. We'll recount. I'll let you know what happened at the thing next week.
All right.
Now, if I drive up there and the car breaks down and I ended up not going, that'll be another story.
Another story.
Movie-centric story about how I didn't go see a movie. But regardless, whatever happens, we'll talk more about it next week. But To Use A Mountin's really good documentary, really interesting and different take on these things. And
you were surprised by the different take because you were expecting
I'm surprised I liked it because you know me, these are the things that I reject and you and Bruce like full on embrace as far as
I don't understand
the pacing and the tone of it. It's really slow, really methodical in the way its approaches. You and Bruce eat this stuff up. I'm usually the one that's like, no.
I don't understand how you don't eat that stuff up. I'm trying to think. You've appreciated methodical.
I think there's a difference between deliberately paced. Okay, we're getting a little bit of something. We're getting a little bit of something, and I still got something that will keep my interest. But if we're just staring at a wall for 20 minutes for no reason, I'm gonna get up and walk the F out because you have nothing to say. Cool, I'm leaving.
Yeah, nothing to say. Meaning,
if you're like with this, if you're giving me something, throwing me crumbs, I will follow that trail. If you're not giving me anything, I will reject it. But there's certain movies where I reject, and you and Bruce are like, "Oh yeah, I fell all over it." This is not that. This is certainly slow like that, where you would think on the face that I would reject, but it gives you just enough crumbs to keep you going. And then when it hits, when certain things hit, they hit pretty hard emotionally for me. And that's the version of these slow movies that I can get behind. If it's just slow for slow's sake and there's nothing going on and like the Ennis May, then I'm just like,
how dare you on Ennis May, which I love that movie. I forgot the director's latest film.
Okay, 2001 Space Odyssey. There's nothing I'm like.
Okay, very good. That is it for this episode of CinemAddicts. Remember, this episode, CinemAddicts, episode 357. My apologies on that. That is the first part of this week. Eric and I are just covering the beginning of this week. There is more movies coming out Friday, August 14th that Bruce is going to cover, including a documentary called American Doctor, a horror thriller called Hellcat, which Bruce has already seen. I'm going to review this movie called The Brink of War, political drama, starring Eric Holmes, your favorite, Jeff Daniels as President Reagan. I think I made sure Eric Holmes didn't.
Wait, what?
Jeff Daniels.
Did we get that?
Yeah, no, I got it. I made sure just to make sure that you didn't get it because you had a lot of stuff to do. And Jared Harris plays
Gorbachev. Jeff Daniels as
Ronald Reagan.
Just for a little context.
Okay.
Pretty sure Jeff Daniels is left-leaning.
Oh, that very good point. Yes. Yeah, so he's from Minnesota.
I could be wrong. I could.
No, he's a Minnesotan. You're right.
I'm pretty sure Jeff Daniels is left-leaning. So if he's playing Ronald Reagan, I'm like, why?
Eric Holmes, you have Greg Srzyvosti's review of The Brink of War. What is it? What is my rating?
4 stars.
Okay, there you go. There's another movie called Gypsy 83, which is
it's Romanian. You can't say the G
Which
word.
one? Oh, okay. You can't say the word.
You can't say the G word.
Oh, geez. But it's actually a movie title, which is weird. I know that it's a pejorative, but there's
so is boss N-word, but you don't say it.
Oh, really? Oh, so when I review it, I have to say,
yeah, really? You don't say the N-word, Greg. What's wrong with you?
No, I'm kidding on that. But there's, I don't know how to review that movie. Then it's going to be interesting. And so there's going to be a lot of other stuff towards the latter part of this week, and that's it. Eric Holmes, sign us off, and we're out of here.
We love you, Mitch.
Yes, we love you, Mitch.
Love you, William.
Love you, William. William Lindis, we love you.
We don't love you, Ice.
Right, we don't love you,
and
Ice.
And theocracies. Bad news.
Yes, and if you are...
if you're in one, sorry, I would say leave, but you probably can't.
If you're in Boulder, Colorado, All right, at what is it,
Yes.
Bedecker Cinema on
Yep.
Tuesday, August 11th. Go say hi.
And it's a full on film festival. So that's not the only movie playing out there. So.
All right, and did I not mention the film festival? And I apologize. What is it called, Eric? It's called the. I'm gonna look it up right now. We have
It's so weird. It's
no, I got you, Eric.
something.
The
can't remember.
what?
Yeah, yeah. If it was right in front of me, I wouldn't have.
Mimesis. The Mimesis. How about the Mimesis? Maybe the Mimesis? The Mimesis Festival? I don't know how to pronounce it either, but it's in
Works for
Boulder.
me. I looked at the word right in front of me. I'm like,
Yeah, Mimesis. Mimesis. The Mimesis Festival, August 11th in Boulder, Colorado. You might see Eric Holmes there watching the doc. Most importantly, sorry, Eric, about this. We'll have Q&A with Casey Carter. Q&A.
Or you'll already be there, and then you'll come back and go, oh yeah, I listened to CinemAddicts. I wonder if that was Eric I saw. It looked like him. And then you'll come back later because this is coming out super late. Come back, listen to this episode, and go, ah, crap, that was him.
So yeah, again, if you're in the Boulder area,
I should have went up and told him he's free. I'm a Patreon member, and what the hell are you talking about? 2001 Space Odyssey. I'm like, I'm right. Debate me on it. What did I say that was wrong?
All right. So again,
the cinematography is great. I can see that. That's not my problem with it.
The movie is empty. 2001's empty. What's not empty is it's going to not be an empty house. I'm sure it'll be a packed house tomorrow, August 11th, over at the Bedecker Cinema Mimesis Festival. See Eric Holmes there. And again, if you're around LA, Anza Hotel, Anza Burrito has chorizo cheese, I think egg, really good. Love it. Have it with coffee. Have it with whatever you want. Anza Hotel. Tell Julia I said hi. She's a nice person. And that's it. I would cut the cinematics, but we don't have a cinematic right now because this is the end of the episode. So we love you, Mitch.
Stay tuned later in the week for
William.
the cinematic.
Okay, there you go. We'll see you guys.